Welcome to Candid Conversations with Kathy. My name is Kathy McSherry, and I'm so excited to dive into today's conversation. Welcome, everybody. Hello today to all my friends. Here's another edition of Candid Conversations with Kathy. And today I am so excited. I have one of my best and dearest friends. We've become like family, Manya Ortiz. And Manya, I'll let her speak in a minute, came from LA, was searching for a beautiful home. I had the listing and she ended up buying a home from me. She lives about 2 buildings away from me in Civita, and we talk every day. We cook together. We're actually much more than clients. We've become lifelong friends, and we like to say family. So Manya, I'm going to ask you, so originally, what made you decide to come from LA to San Diego?
Well, that is a long story. We're going to make it very short.
Okay.
My daughter, her husband, and her little girl living in San Diego. They're both
surgeons.
Uh-huh. My daughter is a dermatology surgeon, and she's the director at UC San Diego. My son-in-law is an orthopedic surgeon, and he specializes in hand extremity.
Ah, excellent.
Now we have little Joya.
And how did we get the name Joya?
Joya, oh my gosh. My daughter wanted to honor her father. Her father's name was Joe. So she says, Mom, I'm having a girl. You are responsible for her name so we can honor Dad. Oh, I said, okay, but every day was so difficult for me. I couldn't come up with a name. So I was driving in the valley where I came from. Actually, I'm originally from Greece.
I was going to say, you must tell everybody where you get that beautiful accent.
I am Greek and I have a heavy accent, but that's me.
Right.
Makes me very
40
special.
years in LA.
43 years in LA.
I stand corrected.
43 years in LA. So anyway, I was driving and all of a sudden I said, oh, Joe, please help me. I need a name for your little granddaughter. Joe, please. Joya. It was like an epiphany. So,
because Joya is Joe and Manya.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about that way.
Really? I thought that's what you did. You put the 2 names together.
No. That was like, Kathy, you don't believe. It was really like an epiphany.
A voice.
All of a sudden, a voice or something. Maybe like Joe was telling me, Joya. Okay, amen. We find the baby's name.
Right.
I told my daughter and she was ecstatic. I love the name, Mama, thank you, and all of the above.
Yeah, perfect. I thought it was Joe and Manya, and I'm like, perfect, it's both of you.
No.
Excellent. So it was your family that originally drew you here, right? Because you had shared with me, your family was down in San Diego and you wanted to spend more time with your granddaughter.
Exactly. I sold my house in LA and I wanted to come and live in San Diego so I can be close to my daughter's family.
Right.
So my daughter find a house which was in Civita.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Mom, I found the best house for you. Let's go and check it out. So
now, what did you think when you saw that it was 3 stories? Because a lot of people think, a lot of stairs, doesn't appeal to the empty nesters, doesn't appeal, blah. But you're from Europe, and they have multi-story, multi-family housing. So in my mind, I'm like, she's not going to like the house. I was doing an open house the day you came in. And I thought, she's not going to like it, and you loved it.
Oh my gosh, it was another epiphany besides besides Joya's name. When I first took the first step and came up to the end of the step, the first level, I said, this is it.
I think you saw me,
house,
and then you said,
and then I saw Kathy. and the moment I saw Kathy, I said, hi, how are you?
Right.
She says, oh, I'm good and all that. And I said, okay, I'm buying the house, and trust me, I'm a good cook. Remember I told you, we're
Well,
gonna cook. And
what you did is you held my hands and looked in the eyes and you said, I think we're going to be good friends.
Yes, that's true too. That's true too. So I said, Kathy, we're gonna be good people here, good friends, and guess what? I'm Greek,
We
and
still
we're gonna
are.
eat Greek food.
Now, the 3 stories then, the multi-level doesn't bother you?
No, I love it.
I know. You know why? Are we going to tell people how old you are or not?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm
Tell
77 years old, and I look fabulous.
And you do, right? So that's my point, because when we sell real estate, we often analyze the community and the product and the demographics. And you would not fall into the demographics because people are going to say, no, she's not going to want to do those stairs. And it's so not true. As you know, we have neighbors, you know, Tom and Ann. They're also mature, empty nesters, and stairs don't bother them a bit. So for me, it's important not to rule out a whole demographic because people don't think they're going to want a product. It just happens to me all the time. I have people that go, only look for a house that's single story, and I do. And then they call me and they go, we want to look at this 4-story. I'm like, that wasn't even on my radar for you. So I think if other realtors are listening, it's just a reminder to me that you can't rule anybody out. And people buy part for need and part emotional. So I'm just glad it worked out for you and that we're neighbors.
I love my stairs, and the people that they don't like the stairs, I'm sorry to say this, they might be lazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Different strokes for different folks.
I love the stairs.
I
go
know.
up and down all day through, and I keep in my weight forever.
Yes, but you're 77 and you're active. You're not in front of a TV. You're out every day shopping. You dress fabulous. You cook phenomenal, and you're busy. You go see your daughter. You go see your family. You go up to LA. You drive back and forth. So, I mean, you have an active lifestyle for your age. And another reason I wanted to speak to you is there's a lot of people like you. Hey, sorry to interrupt our conversation. I just want to take a minute in case anybody has any real estate questions or concerns. Please reach out to me at Kathy@kathymcsherry.com or my website, kathymcsherry.com. I'd be happy to help. Now, let's get back to our conversation. I personally never, hear people talking your age to other people your age. What is it that first of all, I want to know the difference between San Diego and LA for you. Was it easy to make the transition? And what's your favorite thing about living here?
Well, to be honest with you, it was a struggle in the beginning.
Because you just didn't know things, where the local store was, where to go to, which doctor to use. Like, I hear that from everybody, right? How to start over.
That's one thing. Mm-hmm. My red carpet social life stopped.
Well, we don't have a Beverly Hills, but we do have a La Jolla. We do have UTC Mall. It used to be Fashion Valley, but now everything's, the South Coast Plaza was where everybody went. I mean, I don't know in LA as much, but that was the be-all shopping center. But we do have a lot of things here on a smaller scale. We've got great restaurants, we've got museums, we've got some art. We have things that LA has, but on a smaller scale, if you know what I mean.
Well, basically, because I moved during the COVID.
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it was very hard for me. Like, I was going to put gas, and I lost my house, and I started crying.
Oh, you got lost.
I got lost.
People here lost your house in real estate, and they think you foreclosed.
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah,
my house,
yeah, but you got lost while driving.
I got lost while I was driving, and I was crying because I didn't know where I was. And basically, I didn't even know how to use my
Siri?
GPS, Siri or whatever. Now I know it all.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm very happy being in San Diego now. I do not really miss Los Angeles any longer, but I do sometimes. But I acclimated myself pretty good in San Diego, being with my family, have Kathy in my family.
Right.
Be the best friends here.
Right.
And
what about easier to get around? Because we're a smaller scale. Our traffic is bad, but not half as bad as the 405 and the 5,
That
I
is
think.
true. That
right?
is true. Yes.
And we have Neiman Marcus, right? You like all the designer stores. We've got, that's about it, Bloomingdale's. But not, I mean, we've got what you're looking for in a department store. I think you miss some of the boutiques because we've got Tiffany and all the other ones that you shop at.
Well, also another thing, it's not my life, it's not always shopping.
Wait, who are we talking
I
to?
do shop. I do shop. My closet is like a nice Louis Vuitton
a boutique. Yeah, it's like a boutique.
A Chanel, but I just make myself happy around in the environment that I am.
Yes.
I'm very happy. I make myself happy. That's why I keep myself so content.
Right.
I'm never depressed. You never hear
Right.
me say I'm depressed.
I know, that's so true. So, okay, what specifically do you like about the Civita Master Plan community in Central Mission Valley?
This establishment is amazing. Civita is the name that I will never forget. I have everything close by. I don't have to drive a lot. I don't have to go so far like I used to go in Los Angeles.
Right.
I love it. I love the community. And most of all, I love Kathy.
Well, we have some pretty good neighbors.
Yes.
And just even yesterday, when my next door neighbors couldn't get the package on their front door and I was at the mall, I asked you, which you know them well, but I know them very well. I said, maybe I can get Manya to go. We all help each other out, right? You went and got their package at 9 o'clock at night and took it home and then whatever, when they got back over the weekend. So there is a sense of community here. And that's one thing that I like too. Plus we now have a farmer's market, right? People go down there. Have you gone, by the way? It's on Saturdays.
I have been, but I am not so thrilled about.
Well, it's getting busier and busier.
Started.
It's getting started. But for local produce, local vendors, if you wanted to, you could walk down there and get fresh flowers and organic eggs and, I don't know, they have different cheeses. I mean, you could get a few things.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful for people that they have no time to go and shop and experience a lot of grocery stores. But I don't like to go in one place. I will go to different places, get all kind of different organic vegetables and everything.
Yeah, but you can go to Whole Foods for this and Lazy Acres and Ralph's, right?
And Jimbo's, wherever, yeah. I'm not sticking in one farmer's market because I have the time.
Exactly. Now I'm going to ask you something out of the ordinary. You know, you're 77, you're gorgeous, you're active, you're smart. Your husband's passed away for how many years now? Have you been a widow?
13 years.
Do you ever get lonely?
No.
Why?
I am so happy, I'm content. I don't know why. Although I came from Greece in 1975, September 25th, I will never forget this. I will never get lonely. I am a content person and I don't complain either. I just make the best of it.
That's very good. Well, at your age, you would have a lot of wisdom, don't you think? More so than me or my producer or my children. What piece of advice would you give if you had to give it to the younger generation? Even the millennials.
Be happy. Be happy with what you have. Just be happy and don't sit down and dwell. I don't have this, I don't have that. Because if you sit down and say, I don't have this, I don't have that, you will never get it. Just go out and get it.
Right? I would agree. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned in life? What gives you strength?
Inside me, I'm a strong person.
Do you have any regrets?
No.
Nope.
No regrets.
Any mistakes?
Everybody does mistakes. Did I make mistakes? Yes, I did. But did I come up a winner? Yes, I did.
There you go. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
I got your accent down. One of the things this is my first with your accent. One day you go, "Are you serious?" And I've never forgotten it. So when people in my life do something, I say to them, "Are you serious?" And they look at me funny. But it's one thing that I always take from you: your Greek accent, your love of life, your excellent cooking skills. I think I'm going to end with that. What's your favorite 2 either spices or ingredients, and what do you always tell me I can never live without?
Kathy, what I love is my olive oil,
Right?
oregano,
Right?
salt,
And pepper. From one who, I come from a cooking family, but I lack in culinary expertise. That has been your advice to me from day one. Kathy, you cannot go wrong. Olive oil, salt and pepper, and oregano. And I've always remembered it. Even my potatoes come out better because of you.
Oh, thank you, Kathy.
You're quite welcome. So I think we're going to wrap it up because it's just been a lovely, candid conversation with you, Manya. You know you're one of my favorites. The holidays are here. Looking forward to New Year resolution or holiday advice? What do you want to wind down with? This is your time to say whatever you'd like.
My best wish is if we have health, we have everything. If we don't have health, nothing is worth it.
I know.
So health, happiness, and love. The rest, leave it up to me.
I know. I totally agree. Thank you so much for stopping by today. This was one of my favorite Candid Conversations.
Love you, Kathy.
I love you too, Manya. We'll talk soon. Thank you for tuning in to Candid Conversations with Kathy, and I so look forward to speaking to all of you next week. Thanks again. Have a great day.